I'm filming a get ready with me.
Okay.
Because then I have to get ready.
Oh.
I am so anxious. When I get anxious, what happens is, I have this like urge to like whatever is making me anxious to run away from whatever is making me anxious. In this case, it's like filming this video, but I know if I do that, it's just gonna make it worse. So I have to like fight myself and like force myself to do it and get uncomfortable. We're gonna go see Avengers, whatever's gonna make all the children cry. Endgame. Doesn't that sound ominous? Like, come on. The last one, what was it called?
Infinity War.
Infinity War. That sounds like it could go either way. Actually, it sounds like it never ends. But this one just sounds Endgame. If you like the one where all the people died in it. Are we taking the bus?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go as soon as possible if I'm gonna get changed.
I haven't taken a bus in like this year.
Well, it's just Sunday.
So much anxiety.
It's Sunday.
Sunday, SpongeBob.
Hi, I am very ugly, but you should enjoy the movie anyway.
I'm just gonna do like my, not my signature, but like my go-to very easy makeup. She wants to go right now, and I'm not ready at all. I don't want to go out looking like trash. But I'm so anxious, honestly. It's like, I took some hydroxine and I'm trying to like, I can feel my hands are all shaky. I don't take the bus. I only go on Ubers and that's costing me a lot of money. So I would just rather not go somewhere than take the bus. But the thing about this is, when I run away from my panic attacks, like I haven't had any panic attacks in a while and that's how I want it. But that's because I haven't done anything in so long. I just stayed home and like sat on the couch for so long and didn't do anything because I was afraid of my anxiety. I was afraid of that. So it got to the point where I just don't go out. But I know if I want this to go away, I gotta face what's making me anxious. So let's do this. So I just use Modern Renaissance. Mine is filthy, and that's the thing about Modern Renaissance, because it's like whatever this stuff is called, velvet, is it? It gets very dirty very quickly, but whatever. Okay, so take in Cypress Umber, that's the name of the color. Oh, my hands are so shaky. Let me use tape. Okay, let me use tape because my hands are... But we're not gonna let that stop us. That's better. He's just gonna yell at me. Somebody asked me to tell my sugar daddy story. Well, one of my sugar daddy stories. I'm gonna talk about like, oh god. I'm gonna talk about, this was the last sugar daddy I had. As in, the most recent one, but it was still, I don't even think it was this year. It was a while ago. I don't know that many people, I haven't met, thank goodness, in my life that many people who are bigoted. But I think this guy was a bigot just based off of how he was acting. I didn't realize it because then I just would have never got with him. It wasn't until like after I already slept with him and stuff and I thought it over, I was like, wait a minute. Because I genuinely don't know people like that. Okay. So basically what happened was I met this guy and this is when it was a good time. I was like going outside. I had sugar daddies at all. I'm like visibly shaking. Oh my god, I'm scribbling on me. If you could scribble makeup, that's what I'm doing. Oh yeah, so we talked and stuff and he seemed pretty normal. Seemed pretty average, you know. Just a guy with some money living in the DC. He lived in DC. You know, I'm in the suburbs. He was like in DC. So I was like, oh yeah, he's probably got a lot of money if he's living in DC. Because like really rich people and I guess really poor people live there. He was one of the richer ones because it's an expensive place to live. And that was like good for me. So I went there and I just wanted to have fun. As soon as I got there, I'll be very light with this. I was like, hey, can I take my pants off? Like, I think that was one of the first things I did. Wasn't trying to get freaky or anything. It's just, I wanted to take my pants off. Felt like taking my pants off. So I asked, can I take my pants off? And he was like, oh yeah, sure. He thought that was so cool. Now that day I had a pretty good day. I had already had sex that day. I don't know what that was. We ended up having sex. I'm not a very good storyteller, sorry. But before that happened, there was like a bunch of stuff that, looking back, were like red flags. Before, you know, we did anything. He had picked me up, I think. Yeah, he had picked me up in his car, and I just finished listening to Hayley Kiyoko, and I was like, oh, she's so beautiful. And I think he agreed. And then, but when I called her like lesbian Jesus, you know how people say that? He was like, why would you say that? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, 'cause she is. And that really seemed to annoy him. So I was like, whatever, like, he's just not cool. I thought she was beautiful, and he was like, not into it at all. And then he's like, why do you like lesbians or whatever? And I was like, 'cause they're hot, you know? And he just thought that was so lame. But I didn't think much of it. I was like, whatever. So after we got to his place and stuff had gone on and we had talked for a while, he that could look worse. He went into like the bathroom or something, so we probably already did it once. He went into the bathroom and we were watching Netflix and chill, whatever. We were the eyeliner. Okay. Oh, for my eyes, I just put warm taupe on my lids, and I put a little, brain freeze pigment Fenty in my inner, what do they call it? The outer V, I guess. My crease, that's what it's called, my crease. So I put on Blue is the Warmest Color. It's like a French movie. That's what it's called in English. And I was watching it. It's a great movie. It has a lot of sex scenes. And it's a lesbian movie. And he came on, and he saw that, and he got angry. Like, I don't deal with a lot of angry people. I'm pretty chill, but he got angry. He was like, why did you put that on? Blah, 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 blah. He's like, that's disgusting. I was like, it's not disgusting. What are you talking about? Lia Seydoux is so freaking hot. And I remember thinking like, what's that? And something that he said, I'm not sure what I said to get him to say that. One second. My eyeliner is so smudgy, and it's liquid eyeliner. It's not supposed to be smudgy. You want me to go with half a face done?
No.
I'm actually not gonna do it. I'm not gonna touch it. It's just gonna get worse if I do. Everybody's just gonna have to like me for my personality. Okay. Why do I... They asked her to get ready with me. That's right. I was like, why? I'm not actually that good at putting on makeup quickly. Look how destroyed my lips are. I know, I don't want to attract attention to bad things. Now that I've been watching Amberlynn read, I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, I do that, crap, doesn't help. But, I mean, it's relevant because I pick at them when I get anxious. So you can tell how anxious I am by looking at my lips. It's like all cut here. And I picked at it, and then it was trying to heal, and I kept picking at it because I was anxious. And now that I took the hydroxine, I'm not picking at them at all. I was really, like, some people crack their knuckles. I pick at my lips, and Mom was like, when I was a kid, you're not gonna have any lips by the time you're 25 or something. Well, we'll see. If I'm walking around without lips one day, you'll know what happened. Exactly. A horrible visual. Okay, let's see. Eyes looking lopsided. Check. Okay, so but yeah, but you know it's a bad sign when I was like with that person and they were saying like, wait, where's my sponge? Oh, I'll use this. Just Fenty foundation. But that guy was like, I'm not homophobic, I just blah 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 blah. It's like, oh, well, you know, people who aren't homophobic say.
You can tell.
Right, you can tell I'm not homophobic because I had to say so. You can tell I'm not racist because I had to say so. But, I didn't put any primer on, whatever. People aren't here for the makeup knowledge. Wait, what? But he was like, no, I just don't like this and that. And at first I thought, oh, I guess he was talking about his preference and maybe I was reading too much into it and being a sensitive, delicate, daisy flower pansy person. You know, usual me. But like, looking back, he did this thing where, I don't remember, he was calling something and he ended up getting customer service. And they picked up, and I think it was like in India or something. You know how they get like, there are like call centers that link overseas and they'll link you to a place where they speak English but it's outsourced. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some people picked up and he was like yelling at them. Like, I get that he was frustrated because it the same way you get frustrated when a robot answers. It's like, no, I want to talk to an actual person. That level of frustration. He was like yelling at them like, are you from America? And then he was like calling them names and stuff and I was like, what? That's not cool. They're just trying to do their thing. And I thought that was really just not cool at all. I can't remember what he called them, but it wasn't something nice. And I even said, like, they're just doing their job. I don't remember what he said after. Like, I have such a bad memory. And then I was like, what do you have against people who are from other places? And I think he was like, what, are you racist or something? And I think he said like, I'm not racist, but, and then did the same thing with the other thing. I'm like, dang. I was like, you shouldn't do that. People are gonna think you're a bigot. And he was like, well, maybe that does make me a bigot, but. I was like, no, there's no but. So yeah, all around 0 out of 10, would not recommend. He gave me paint supplies, and I like tried to talk to him after, because I didn't really think, like, I don't know, and then he was just like sort of blowing me off, and then after a while I just realized he was a crap person. And I never saw anyone after that ever again. Except for people I see on Twinder. On Tinder. Where you go to look for twins, what? Twitter. I used to have a Twitter. It was horrible. This is almost like, oh god, I'm just not even trying today. I'm just happy that I'm doing it. Like, I'm trying to build a sense of a routine, and hopefully this will come easier in 10,000 hours when it just becomes a habit. Like showering, putting on makeup, all that stuff that's second nature to some people, I have to start getting into the habit of doing again every day. Going out every day. I want to get to a place where it's so routine that I don't think about how, like, I don't consciously think, oh, I'm going outside today. Because I didn't have anxiety all my life. I want to get on bus bar. I used to take it. I don't remember if it worked or not. I think I didn't like it because they were trying to take away my benzos, but now that I'm trying not to take them so much, I'm gonna try taking it again because it's supposed to be safer. Half-assed makeup come through. This was Fenty also. Yeah, so let me know if you think that sounds bigoted. I don't. I mean, I do. What? Definitely. Ziza's like pressed for time. It's just gonna be a bunch of people dying. She's like, she can't argue because she doesn't know a bunch of people are gonna die. She's like, I hope they don't do that again. I can only take so much.
Everyone, I feel like people have to at least, they're gonna save them at least.
No, that's not what happened last time.
Yeah, well.
This is like, I'm just using my hands at this point.
They're avenging them.
I'm putting cream over powder. Yeah, you'd think that, but they all died, so.
Yeah, that's why they had to avenge them. That's what it means.
Avenge me. Avenge me. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, we could have just gone and seen the new Jordan Peele movie, but you have to go and see The Cry Fest.
I really want to see that movie too. I'm gonna say.
Well, which one? I mean, at least okay. You just really want to cry. Money spent on Avengers is money wasted.
What? I just really want to see it.
I mean, whatever. This is as good as it's gonna get.
It looks like 5'2".
So it looks like what?
It looks like 5'2".
That's not that tall.
I know, that's what I told him.
It's tall for a 3-year-old.
He was like,
The powder,
happy and stuff, and I was like, before you think,
I'm 5 with you, I want to dance with you.
get all excited about being tall, I'm 5'2".
This is the Fenty Beauty finishing powder, setting powder in the shade Honey. Oh my god, this baby is such a troll. That's why I don't like children. They're too happy. Like, the world isn't a happy place. Calm down. Clam down. Ugh. What the heck?
Maybe he's like running or something.
He's probably doing nothing of significance, and he's amazed by it.
Okay. So what's Kitty doing?
Do you really want to know?
Rating on the walls.
That's what he's...
No, other than that.
I'm gonna use Becca
So we have $42.
Skin Shimmering... No. Shimmering Skin Perfector. Pressed.
I'll just...
And then some blush.
How likely do you think it is? What, did it say it in cursive? Is that why you didn't read it?
No, it literally just said the scene.
Oh boy.
Okay. Let's see.
I know about...
Huh? Wait, look at the mirror.
Hmm?
Look at the mirror.
This
Can you
is
see your
Honey
hand in the
Wheat
mirror?
by Bite Beauty. Pretty sure, yeah, I think I wore this in my like first video ever. I had that as a nude lip. I didn't wear any lip liner though.
Come here.
But I need it to last through an entire Avengers movie. What do you want?
I hurt myself.
Oh,
No, you didn't.
Yes, I
you
did.
like kicked something.
You look fine.
No, I do like play.
What?
I do like play.
You do
That's
look
what I
fine?
said.
Yes.
Oh.
Stop trolling.
I'm not quartering.
Kitty, come here.
This.
No, no.
Just go upstairs.
I'm just a
Give
big
him Marshall.
boy. I'm big.
I'm just a big boy.
Come on, Kiwi.
Come on.
Come on.
Okay.
Ugh.
We have
Did you
We
already-
interrupt this video.
like 11 minutes. But I want...
To finish it off, I just put this stuff, okay?
Okay, see?
Facial spray with
What is
aloe,
this for DS?
cucumber, and green tea.
$85 pop.
They kind of rhyme.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna have to just go out like this, honestly.
Yeah, Marshall.
I found him.
Nice.
People know what I look like, okay?
Tell Rose. Oh, she knows.
Of course, now that I'm done, he leaves. I'm not rolling. I said you're trolling. I'm not. That's what a troll would say. Trick people into thinking I'm awake and I didn't wake up at 2 and wait for the day to begin. Because my sleep is so off. I need to ask about it. I'm gonna ask. Because without sleep, I have nothing.
opinion. It says, I didn't really abuse his cabinet close destroying reputation.
Is that Hamilton again?
The Adams administration, yep.
I'm trying. Okay, this was a fail. Like, you're lucky people like my personality. Anyways, ta-ta for now. You caught me outside. How about duh? I'll leave that in. I like these sunglasses because they make me feel like a cop. What is that noise?
Birds?
Well, I hate it. I'm glad it's getting warmer out now. I can start wearing clothes. I hate wearing warm clothes. I mean cold clothes. Oh god, I look so bleh. I'm gonna take the bus like a normal person without anxiety. What?
Look, kind of.
I bought the last ticket, now we have to wait
Yeah, we
2 hours. No, you didn't sell out anything. The the movie theater sold out and I got the last one. And now we have to wait 2 hours. Let's just see some movie. But at least I got to go outside, so. I'm eating what I refer to as safe foods. After a long day of, my safe foods are things like saltines, oatmeal. I didn't really like it, but I'm glad Aziz had fun. I had so much anxiety. All I wanted to do was run away. That's how I feel when I have anxiety. Like, I want to run away. And after the movie, and after we got off the bus, and I think that's what caused most of my anxiety, I just felt the need to run away, and I did. I ran, and I ran home, and I ran till I got, you know that lactic acid you get in your throat after running for a long time? I ran till I got that, and I just wanted to be home. I don't know if I was ready for this. I don't know if this was a good idea. It happened. I kind of never want to go outside ever again. But I know I will. Hopefully it'll only get easier from here. I'm eating my safe foods. Foods like saltines. Foods like oatmeal. Foods like, I don't know, sparkling water. Foods like that. They're my safe foods. I actually made a list. Oh, I'm watching Amberlynn read. She's my thinspiration. She's not thin, but she's everything I don't want to be. Yes, she's overweight, but more importantly, she's a liar. And she isn't sincere, and she isn't authentic. And she's everything I don't want to be. It's not even just inspiration, it's like personality. But I took the opportunity to get a little faded. I took my anxiety medication. I took some in the theater because I was kind of bored, and I was also very anxious. I forgot what it felt like not to be anxious because I try not to rely on my medication. But I'm so glad I took it. I forgot what it felt like to be not anxious. My heart is like going at a normal pace, and I mixed a bit of vodka in there for good measure, but I'm staying away from what I call my danger foods. Foods like pizza and candy and stuff, and I'm only going to be having safe foods like gum and oatmeal and saltines and foods like that. I want this to be behind me. I want this weight to be behind me. I want to look like how I look, how I'm used to looking. Because I don't feel like myself right now. Is that shallow of me? Am I shallow? I don't know. I don't want to be shallow. I want to look like how I'm used to looking. All I can see is my laundry. I'm sorry. I wish I wasn't anxious. I wasn't always like this. Anyway, benzos and alcohol make for a great combination. Don't do that. Do as I say, not as I do. I don't know. I feel like as of late, people have been trying to turn me into a role model, and that's not what I want at all. I don't want to be a role model. I don't know. People say that I inspire them. I don't want to inspire anyone. I don't particularly think I'm a good person. I don't know. It's just... I don't know. At least I'm not anxious anymore. Alcohol and benzos help with the anxiety, but I can't take them all the time because obviously it's not good for you. I kind of don't want to take it. No, it's not that. I would rather take whatever I want all the time, but I have this need in me to like help others and to be a good example, and I don't like that. I don't like pressure. I didn't enjoy the movie. I wanted to, because I feel like that's what everybody liked the movie. I didn't enjoy it. I fell asleep twice. I miss this. I have a place that I call, well, it depends. Sometimes I call it my happy place. I can't stand this laundry. Hold on. I just want you guys to tolerate me for a second, because this is kind of serious. Let me take my light. I want to say this because this is rather important. I've been going to what I call my dark place lately. I've been feeling, you know how I said in a video, I think it was my birthday vlog, that I had these feelings of like doom and darkness, and it would just sort of come over me. Like I would be like, oh, and I was like hit by something really, really massive, really severe, and I just felt like everything was hopeless. What's the point of living? Not suicidal, but depressed and less. And I've been having that, and I've been going to a place that I call my dark place. And what happens is I sort of tense up. I retreat within myself, and you can always tell when I'm doing it because I'll become like not stoic, not reserved, but I retreat within myself. I don't move. I don't do anything. I just sort of sit like this. And I look down, and it's really hard to describe, but it's like a regressive state. It's like, this is hard to explain. I don't think of anything really. I just, it started when I was a kid and when I was being molested and whatnot. And I would sort of, when it was happening, I would go to like this place that was not deep inside of me. I don't know how to explain it, but I would sort of retreat within myself. Like it wouldn't hurt as much if I did that. And I go to this place where I don't move, and I sort of freeze up and I tense up, and I'm not thinking anything. And you can always tell I go there because I'm like still and nothing at all. And that's what I've been doing as of late, and I don't like it. I don't want to go back there. I don't. I've been doing that. And maybe it was too soon for me to go on the bus, and maybe I shouldn't be going out to theaters and seeing people and doing stuff like, I don't know. But I don't like going to my dark place. My dark place is where I met Madeline and Dr. Professor and all the people who would take over for me when I went away. Not the psychiatrist I have, but my last psychiatrist referred to as multiple personality disorder. I don't know why I'm putting this in quotes. If I was diagnosed or whatever, I just don't want to have it. I don't know. I just that's what came out when I was working, and I started working again. Obviously, YouTube. I'm trying to turn into my job. I just hope that the stress doesn't cause what happened in the past to repeat itself, and that is my symptoms getting worse, you know. If I notice that those characteristics, if I notice that those characteristics start to manifest themselves, I'm going to take a break, and please don't be upset with me. It's just I don't want to wait until I have multiple personalities again. I don't want to wait until I regress completely and somebody else is taking my place, somebody who doesn't respond to my name. I don't want to go back there. I don't want multiple personalities. I want to be well adjusted, and I want to be functioning. So whenever I take a break, please don't think it's because I'm lazy. Please don't think it's because I'm a bad person. It's just, why do I get stressed so easily? And I apologize. You know, I've been getting comments lately saying that they enjoy the fact that I'm uploading more often, and I will try. I don't know, that's about as bad as it gets for me. You know, schizophrenia is bad, but multiple personalities is something I don't want again. I don't want to know what my brain is capable of. I want to be functioning. I want to be a person. I want to be, I was gonna say I want to be normal, but I don't want to be normal. I just want to be functioning, and I want to be understanding, and I want to, I'm sorry. Anyways, they upped my dosage of antipsychotics just in time, so that's good. And my antidepressants, and it's supposed to help with anxiety and sleep. If I don't sleep, I get very sick very quickly. If I don't sleep for a day or two, I start hearing voices. I've heard voices very faintly, but not so much anymore. I just don't want to go to my dark place, because the dark place turns into the dark forest, and the dark forest is where Madeline lives. And if I go there, I don't know when I'll come out. And I don't want to be like when I was a teenager and have these bouts where I didn't respond to my own name and I didn't see myself as myself. I have to speak with this. I have to speak to my therapist about this, because I don't want that. That's worse than psychosis. I'll try and get some sleep. I'm not sleepy, but I'll try and get some sleep. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little afraid. I've been having these brief moments of just not feeling like I'm me. I look at myself and I don't recognize myself, and I listen to myself, and this doesn't sound like my voice speaking, and that's how it starts. And then I'll be able to look at my hand, and it doesn't look like my hand. It feels like I'm standing next to myself, and that's how it starts. So what I want to do is to try and take a nap. I wanted to exercise, but I think I'm just going to try and lie down. It's naive of me to say try and get some rest and hopefully it'll go away, because I know that's not how it works. But why do I get stressed so easily? Stress makes me feel ill, but I don't want that to stop me from at least trying. I want to do well. I want to try YouTube for a living. I've been told this is a stressful job. I've heard it from people who aren't mentally ill, but I don't know. I've got a lot of thoughts. My psychiatrist says I'm hypomanic very often. You can tell how anxious I am because I've been picking at my lips and they look horrible. I look rather horrible, but I still felt like saying so. I don't know. I feel like I'm not saying anything. I have to stop saying that because I say that and then you guys say, no, you're fine. So, all in all, I wanted to run away, but I didn't. I went out to the movies and, spent the whole time. I didn't really enjoy myself, but knowing that my sister was happy made me happy. And, I don't know. Sometimes I wish I was never born. I'm not trying to be dramatic. I feel like I have this pressure on me to do well. I promised my mother I'd do well. I promised my mother I would take care of my siblings, and I get people telling me that I inspire them, and I feel like that's like a level of pressure that I don't want. I don't think I'm a really good person. I don't think I'd make for a good role model. I don't find my story particularly inspiring. Just a really sick person. I want to be put out of my misery. I don't know. I don't like those thoughts. I'm going to try and go to sleep. And end the vlog here. All I was thinking about earlier today was how am I gonna end this vlog? There was some stuff I wanted to do, but I can save that for later, and hopefully you won't be upset with me. I'm gonna stop putting a lot of ads on my videos because the response has not been great to that. You guys have been very supportive, but a lot of people have unsubscribed, and I don't want to go under 30,000. I'm trying to grow, get 50,000, then 100,000, and then get my plaque. In the meantime, I'll probably try and make stuff again tomorrow. I'm just gonna skip dinner. I have to monitor my thoughts to make sure that this diet is fine, because I don't want it to become a problem. I just want to look how I've always looked. They upped my doses of antipsychotics, and I'm starting to feel a little, I don't know, but I guess good night. I apologize. I'm sorry.